computer. We're so glad that everybody's here, and today is November the 21st, Saturday, November the 21st, and we have the most exciting meeting. I can't wait. This is going to be a fun meeting. We're going to, I know all of you out there are dealing with stress of some sort in your life. I mean, come on, 2020 has been the year to remember or the year to want to forget at times. So anyways, I know that all of us have a lot of things, wearing masks and doing Zoom meetings and learning to do our business a new way. Come on, we're all dealing with, that's all a little stressful, right? For me, I've had to learn to do my business a whole new way. So Facebook stresses me how to go in and post things, and all those things are all challenges. But anyways, we have a great meeting for you today because we're going to talk about a wonderful way for you to de-stress. I mean, everybody has got to be interested in that. It's proven. But anyways, that's coming up in our meeting. But before we begin, I want to say this is VIckie Hacking. I am the only English-speaking ambassador. Yay! And we have many ambassadors coming up the ranks in the English market. So I'm really excited. I just can't wait till Lisa, Sherry, till Rosa join me, so that I don't have to be by myself. Okay, and they'll speak English to me. That will be really wonderful. So anyways, I want to thank all of you that are on the call today, my stalwarts. We're going to hear from Debbie today. She's going to talk about sponsoring. But before we begin today, I want to share my screen with you. And I just want to take you in to a very important thing. Just a minute. Here we go. So now that you can see my thing, I'm going to take you into WhatsApp because that's my favorite place. I hope all of you have joined WhatsApp. If you haven't, and you're just looking at this recording, because we have a lot of people that look at the recording, it's very important that you join WhatsApp. It's an app, and you can text me 801-710-4483, and I will send you a link to join my team. See right there where it says VIckie Hacking's team? So everybody watching this recording, be sure you join my WhatsApp team because I post here every day. In fact, today, and we put our meetings here, the recordings of all our meetings are here, but I want to make sure you know that November 1st through the 30th, every client that signs up for a What's Royal, Stay Royal subscription is going to get a free serum. Am I right, Wileen?
That's correct.
Everybody gets a free serum. So this is this month only, and that's here. And then of course we have here, so many things that we put here. Happy birthdays and our favorite, wow, this is one that I quite love. I've been making these up. This is my number 2 favorite deal for November. And it's got all the breakdown here and everything for that. And then I've got the number 3 deal. We've got our number 1 deal, which is our royal jelly offer. Remember, at the end of the month, Judith even said they might not last. So I just want to remind everybody to get that order placed, okay? And get out to all your teams and make sure they place an order because we don't know how long that original royal jelly is going to last. I've got some live messages. I've been learning how to do live messages. And so you're going to get live messages from me. And this was Marie Menard. Now, Marie she's such a great speaker, but she did a Jafra Joy meeting. Okay. She did a Jafra Joy meeting, and this is your Joy Opportunity meeting. So all of you that are watching, see this little link right here? See it right here? It's blue. You want to copy that. Okay, so you want to highlight it, you want to copy it, and you want to put it in your Keep file, your Google Keep. Okay, because you want to share that link with anybody that's interested in joining Jafra. That is an important meeting. right there. And that's how you keep it. See right there, the HTTPS, you copy that. And then you go to your Google Keep. My Google Keep is right down here. And then we've talked about this, but Google Keep is where we like to be organized. So I go down here to Jaffa sponsoring, right? And then I go in here and I do a new note and I paste it in here. I've already done it, but you want to basically take a note. There it is. Take a note. I'll do it again. Okay. Joy meeting. I'm going to call it Joy Meeting with Marie Menard. Now I'm going to take that link. Watch what I do. I take it, I paste that link right in there. Okay, now I'm going to take and I'm going to make sure that I add a label, and the label would be, and I think it's already there, but I go down here to Jaffa sponsoring. I click it, right? And then anything I do with Jaffa, I like to do it in purple. So now I make it purple. And then I close it, and it is there for me so that when somebody calls up and says, hey, I might be interested in sharing Jaffa, or hey, this might be something I want to look into, I go immediately to my Jaffa sponsoring file, and I've got all kinds of things in here that I can share with them, and I don't have to, it's just there for me. I love Google Keep, so I use that all the time. All right, so now I also wanted to share with you today, before we get going, in WhatsApp, I'm going to show you just a little quick video if you haven't already seen it. Here we go. These are the kind of things you're going to find in there. Here we go. Hi, it's VIckie Hacking.
Oh, that
Guess
was
what came for me? The jacket. I guess because I'm an ambassador, they send us these gifts early, but I just had to share it with you because it's such a beautiful jacket, and I just want to show you that you deserve this jacket. It's got the logo, it's heavy, it's beautiful, it feels fabulous on, and I want to see you in San Francisco, and we're all going to wear our jackets, and we're going to get on the plane, and we're going to have a wonderful time, and I can't wait to be with all my friends in San Francisco. You have the whole month to sponsor one person. I hope you sponsor 3 so that you can get the money too. But anyways, I'm going to meet you in San Francisco, and we're all going to wear our jackets together, and you deserve to have this jacket on you. Okay, so there we go. That's my little message for all of you. Okay, so how many of you, raise hands, have earned your jacket? Wave to us. Yay. Great. I got 2 because they gave me one as an ambassador, and I earned one, and I earned all the money too. So I'm excited. So I hope all of you are earning the money too. But anyways, okay, so congratulations to all of you that have earned your jackets. So now what we're going to do is we are going to hear from Debbie. Debbie, let's hear from you. Where is Debbie? She didn't leave us, did she?
No, she's muted.
Oh, Debbie's muted. I know she's prepared.
I am. Well, hi there.
Hi
Greetings.
there. Tell them where you're from. Tell them where you're from and introduce
Certainly.
yourself.
Hi, greetings. This is Debbie Yingling from greetings from America's hometown, Plymouth, Massachusetts. This is the home of the Pilgrims, where we are this year celebrating our 400th anniversary of our country as a nation. And I'm wearing my t-shirt that says, Land That I Love, because we do love our America, and we do love our land, and we do love our freedom. And that is why we're in Jaffa, because we have the freedom to be you. And when I think of the Pilgrims, and I'm going to digress a tad because this ties in, but sponsoring is about getting out of your comfort zone. At least for me, it is. And a lot of us, that's where growth occurs. You know, not in the valleys, but up on the mountaintops. You've got to climb to get there. But the Pilgrims were not very comfortable. I'm outside today. Thankfully, it's a nice day, but it wasn't that way 400 years ago when the Pilgrims were here. Do you know the first year they were here, they lost half of their company? And when the ships came back in the spring, when they had brought the supplies, they asked, how many want to get back on the ship? You know how many went back to England to their little picket fence cottages and all in England with their little rose gardens? Nada, zip, because they'd lost half of their company. In fact, there's a statue where my husband and I get married, and it's called To the Pilgrim Maiden. And they, of the women that survived our first winter, there were four women. And that's because they would lay across their children at night to keep them warm. And a lot of the women perished. So think about how bad we have it right now with these challenging times and all that we're defying. That's nothing compared to what they had to defy. So that's why I have to tell myself, pinch myself, get off the pity pot, get over yourself. People have paved the way before you. So, and like VIckie, she's paved the way as an ambassador, and many, many others of our founders that you are on a phone with even now, like Helen and Janet and many of you we admire. We want to keep the company going. So that's our charge, to keep that going. So we do have to get outside of our comfort zone. And VIckie, as much as I absolutely love that jacket, and I so want one, I can taste it. Velour is my fabric of choice. When we sponsor, if we have our eye on the trinket or the carrot or whatever it is that's out there for us, it's not going to be a lasting fruit. I've done that many times myself, guilty, because I'm all about the trinket and the perks. And in Jaffa, they are wonderful, and I'm not dissing them. But the sponsoring to really last has to come from the heart and thinking of the needs of others, not about ourselves. In fact, that's often what gets us stopped up in the first place, because the focus is on us and not on them. So it's all about having conversations, and lots of them. Back in the day, we used to have parties, and when I would sponsor, I sponsored 11 in a week. I didn't sit down and say, I'm going to go out and sponsor people. I was just so jazzed about Jaffa, I couldn't help myself. And I got so busy, I was going in circles. I needed help. And so it just came naturally. I don't even know how many people I sponsored. There's been hundreds, perhaps 1,000 that I've sponsored since I've been in Jaffa. But when I put the focus on what I want, it doesn't happen. But when I look around me and see people that need an income or need a moisturizer, or think of just, you need to have a conversation to listen to find out what they want. And that's when you're going to be successful. And so we're all pivoting right now, because we can't, lots of us are not able to have parties and visit other people. And so therein is our base for bringing more income and bringing more people into our team. So we have to pivot and do other things. And shameless plug, this last week I held a Tastefully Simple party with Angie, the one that Jackie had invited to speak. She was excellent. She did a great job on it. I really didn't do a great job as a hostess, in all honesty, because I am not up to speed with Facebook, FaceTime, and I just frankly spent hours and hours in circles on the internet trying to find my way around Facebook, navigating that. It got really frustrating for me, I'll be honest with you. So that's outside my comfort zone. Just getting on Zoom, getting on camera, setting up my studio outside here, that's all way outside my comfort zone. But I'm defying it, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna do a video for my team. And I want to help them so they can be successful in their businesses. So think of what you have to offer other people. And when you focus on them and what they need and how it would be a good fit with Jaffa, I mean, we know from the Phillips to observe, compliment them sincerely, and invite them. My gap is sometimes I tend to get so excited about Jaffa, I vomit all over them. Don't do that. Simply invite them to hear a conversation. Do they have 15 minutes to listen to we have the Thirsty Thursdays every week. We're silly if we don't take advantage of that and go to it. Even if they can't make it at that particular time, there's always the recording they can listen to. So I find a lot of the successes I've had in sponsoring were when I was just excited and enthused about my business, and people wanted to be a part of it. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And we have something to offer lots of people right now because of where they're at. They're lonely, they're hurting. They love to hear a human voice. And so spending time with them, and it's going to take some time on our part, an investment to plant into their garden so that we can follow up and not just bring somebody in to get a prize, but follow them with the growth. And some will, some won't, and some are going to move on. You have to ask a lot of people to get one to say yes. The Thursdays, when they actually do come, usually 50% of them sign up as a consultant, and if not that day, later on. I did earn the branch team bonus a few months back, and that was mostly because of a cash prize. And a couple of the kits I actually did give away to people because I saw they had a need. But lots of times, prizes that are won cheaply aren't valued the way they are. So in hindsight, I think I'd encourage them to try and go for that, be a qualified new consultant before we get that. And I'm still working with them, and we're still friends. We still have relationships, but not everybody is looking to be a business.
So Debbie,
yeah,
you are when you find someone where you're inviting them to the Thursday
yes,
joy meeting. That to me, that would be the very best way to get anyone that has any kind of interest is to get them to that Thursday joy meeting.
Yes.
So I just want to remind everybody that you go out there with your feelers, like Debbie says, go out there, and then you turn around and you invite them to go to the joy meeting, or do what I just did. Send them the link. I just showed you how to get one. Marie Monard did one this week. And it's excellent. And I just would send that to a friend and say, will you take a minute and watch this Zoom meeting? Because so save your favorite ones and then send those. And my favorite thing is this telephone. Oh my gosh, for me, I constantly find leads on my phone because I bet you all do. You have phone numbers of friends that are on your phone. You don't even know they're there. Just when you're out and about, or you're just sitting and pondering, pick up your phone. We're always picking up our phone. Scroll through that phone and take a look at the names that come up. And when the name comes up, reach out, find out what they're doing, find out how tell them you miss them. I even call people like, well, I have to laugh at Karen because she's on, but I even call people and I don't even know who I'm calling. And I just say, oh, I'm just cleaning up my phone tree. I'm cleaning up my phone tree and it came across your name, and how do we know each other? I mean, is that simple? And then get the conversation going and then just let it happen. Don't go in there that you're going to talk to them about Jafra. Just let the conversation happen. And when it fits in, you throw it in. And if it doesn't fit in, some will, some won't. So what next?
Right. That's what I said. If you have a common interest, find something that you are relatable. Lots of times wearing a Jafra pin is okay because if someone has had an experience with Jafra, they may be looking for you. Other times it's something else, whether it's a flag shirt that, oh, they love America, or whatever you're passionate about. Some skiing. And one of the gals we were riding the chairlift with, she had a t-shirt on, and we got talking, and she's on my team now. In fact, we're going to go out and see her at Park City in January and bringing a team out with us.
That's right, Debbie. I mean, every day, I know we don't go out as much as we used to, but you do go to the store. People are a little hesitant to talk to you, but we were at a restaurant, and DeLan, she carries with her all the time all kinds of Jafra paraphernalia. I mean, she's got samples. She's got business cards. You watch her in action, and she always starts out with, I've got a gift for you. You've been such a good waitress. You've been so nice to me. Would you mind if I gave you a gift? Who's going to say, no, I don't want a gift? So start out, fill your purse with all kinds of Jafra gifts. And then when the moment's right, pull out a gift. Okay, so we've got to keep moving on. Thank you so much, Debbie, for your wisdom and for sharing with us. So now I'm going to turn the time over. I've been waiting for this to DeLan. I would love to hear what she's going to share with us today. I kind of know, but anyway,
You do you?
take it away, DeLan.
I'm trying to get it. Yeah, I lost it.
Oh,
Can
you
you-
lost it? Do you need a break? Because I could always talk about the bank.
I didn't lose it, but I can't get you to, it won't come. Whoa, where's the whole, I lost the Zoom. I can go VIckie, go ahead.
Okay. So let me just talk to you while DeLan gets herself set up. I want to talk to you about how many of you send money to Jafra on a monthly basis. You're sending money to Jafra, paying your bill. I know you all are. Okay, so every time, a lot of you are sending a lot of money into Jafra. You're paying your bill. And you've got representatives down there at Jafra taking the orders. You've got the Jafra website taking the orders. All these things are working for you. But I just want you to think about the money that you're paying Jafra. I want you to just kind of compare it, that if there were two banks across town, you have one bank that pays 11% interest, and you have one bank that pays 0 interest. Well, I want you to know that many of you, well, not very many of you, but maybe a few of you on this call, are sending your money to the bank that doesn't pay any interest, okay? Now, we want to talk to you about sending your money whenever you pay your Jafra bill to the bank that's going to give you 11% back. Now, doesn't that make sense? It makes sense that if you're going to pay Jafra, why not get a kickback? And that's really what you're missing out on. We want to invite you. We heard Debbie talk about how to bring people into the company. Well, you want to bring people into the company because you want to build a team. And when you build a team, you have a team that pays you forever. I want you all to know that I am here, been in Jafra 56 years in January. Jafra has been paying me a kickback on all of my sales and all of the sales of all the people that are in my team or on my team or in my downline, which are thousands. And I went and I get a kickback of 18%. That's pretty good. So I'm going to just tell you, we are inviting you to look into Jafra leadership. And really what it comes down to is just being able to increase your income. So you're going to start investing in the bank that's going to give you 11, 12, 15, 16, 18% kickback. You're getting paid back interest on the money you pay to Jafra. And we'd like to talk to you about that. And it's called Stepping Up to the Jafra Leadership Program. And we have free training. We have Zoom meetings that go on all the time to show you how to do it and to help you do it. And it all begins with bringing your first friend in. So we want you to have your best friend or someone to do the business with you. That's the best way to do it, so that you go on the meetings and everything and you have people to report back and forth to. So again, we're just talking to you about an opportunity that's going to pay you a kickback, you might say, pay you interest. So every time you turn money into Jafra, every time you pay that Jafra bill, just remember, if you're not a Jafra leader, you're not getting the full dividend that you should be getting back from Jafra. Okay, Dee, are you ready?
Yes, I am. I don't know what happened. I just
Okay, that's all right. You gave me
lost
a
the
minute to fill in.
So first of all, we're going to talk about tapping. It's also called emotional freedom technique. So the first thing, can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do here. So we're talking about emotional freedom technique. So what this is, or I like to call it tapping because it's much easier. Oh, it's not showing me the slideshow.
It's there. Your slide's there.
Okay,
Dee.
there we
Just
go.
hit play.
Okay, so it's about tapping, and tapping is been proven. It's kind of interesting. And here's a little bit about, history about the EFT or the tapping. It began in 1980 with the psychologist Roger Callahan and his patient Mary. She had this severe phobia of water. I mean, it controlled every aspect of her life, even the sight of water on TV. She grew anxious when it rained, and he worked on her for about a year, and nothing seemed to help her from this phobia. So he had been studying some Chinese medicine so what he decided to use this tapping, and this is the first tapping treatment in modern science. So he had her tap on her cheek because she would get nauseous and everything that make her so sick. So she would tap on her cheekbone, which is on the meridian, stomach meridian, and her stomach pain disappeared. It was like, whoa. So what is EFT or tapping? It's a practice that consists of tapping with your fingertips on specific meridian points while talking through the traumatic memories and not just memories, but a wide range of emotions. So you're just it's you doing it to yourself. So what is a meridian point? So there's certain points that are mapped on your body. That are mapped throughout your body. Energy circulates through your body along those channels that they're kind of like blood vessels, and you tap into this energy at any point along the system. So what it does, so first you focus on the emotions. Maybe it's fear, anxiety, bad memory, unresolved issues, pain, or anything that's bothering you at that particular point. So what the messages are sent, how they're sent, the messages sent, it directly sends to the stress centers of the midbrain, which is the amygdala. And this is your personal alarm system. It's the little tiny, if you'll see right down here, it's the almond-shaped part of your brain that ignites the fight or flight response. And this experiences trauma, such as fear, illness, injury, or any of the external problems. And this floods your body with cortisol. That's the stress hormone. That causes a lot of problems. And that's what a lot of people are having right now. So what you need to do once you know a little bit about it, you need to focus on that emotion. You maintain that focus on the issue, and you use your fingertips and tap 5 to 7 times on the 9 of the body's meridian points. And you concentrate on accepting and resolving that negative emotion. So you say, why do I want to accept that negative emotion? Well, it's kind of like, explain to VIckie, it's like when your neighbor's car makes all sorts of noise and it's a mess in it. And every time it goes down the road, it's crazy, noisy, loud, and it disturbs everything in the whole neighborhood, but you can't do anything about it because you don't own it. But as soon as you buy that car from that neighbor, it becomes yours and you own it. You can fix it. But until you own that car, you cannot fix it. So that's why you need to concentrate and accept that negative emotion or that negative thing in your life, such as that noisy car. So when you concentrate on accepting on that and resolves that negative emotion, this access to your body's energy and restores to what they call a balanced state, or commonly known as homeostasis. Oh no. Okay, so this is what this gal is going to tell us about, a little bit about tapping points. And she works for, it's not letting me do it. Oops, it's not letting me do it this time. Oh, there we go. Learn the tapping points. And she's going to tell you about the tapping points.
Welcome to the tappingsolution.com. This is Jessica Ortner, and welcome to our How to Tap area. Here we'll provide all the information to help you get started right away to use this incredible stress relief technique that will really benefit your mind and your body. Now in this video, I'm going to show you where the tapping points are so you can get a visual. The first point is the side of the hand, and it's the karate chop point. So tap on that fleshy part. The next point is the eyebrow point, and it doesn't matter which side of the body you tap on. Just pick a side and tap where the beginning of your eyebrow begins, right on that hair. I hope you're tapping along with me. You're gonna follow that bone until you're on the side of the eye, staying on that bone. Then underneath the eye, Again, staying on that bone. Underneath the nose. The chin point, which is actually the crease between your lip and your chin. Your collarbone point. I like to just take my whole hand and tap where a man's bow tie would lie, and you'll stimulate the point. Then underneath the arm, about a hand width from your armpit. Then you end with the top of the head. Those are the 9 points in this tapping algorithm, and that is 1 round. So what you do is you begin by saying the setup statement. The setup statement is, even though I have this problem, so even though I have this anxiety, even though I have this headache, I love and accept myself, or simply, I accept myself. A lot of people feel resistant to this. They say, why would I ever say I accept something that I want to get rid of? Well, it's our inability to accept a feeling that usually keeps it stuck in place. By saying the setup statement, it sets us up for the rest of the process, helps neutralize any judgment we have around the problem. So you say the setup statement 3 times, then you tap on the rest of the acupressure points while simply saying how you feel. It's not about the fancy language. It's about being honest with how you're feeling, bringing that up in your body and tapping on that acupressure, on these acupressure points. Again, sending that calming signal to the brain, letting your brain know that even with this thought, you are safe and it's okay to relax. So let me give you an example of what one tapping round may look like. If you are stressed around, say, a deadline, you would tap and say, even though I feel so stressed around this deadline, I love and accept myself. Even though I feel stressed around this deadline, I accept myself. Even though I feel stress around this deadline, I love and accept myself. Whatever variation of the setup statement you'd like to use is perfect. Then we're going to tap on the rest of the points just while we vent. So it would go something like this. The stress around this deadline. Side of the eye, I have too much to do. Under the eye, it's too much for one person. Under the nose, all this pressure that I feel. Chin, this pressure I feel to do it perfectly. Collarbone, this pressure around this deadline. Under the arm, all this pressure around this deadline. Top of the head, all of this pressure. It's as simple as trusting your intuition and really just giving a voice to the tape you're already playing in your head. You might already be having that panicked conversation. Now have that conversation with yourself while stimulating the points to really see a difference. You'll get to the point where you can say these things, you can think these thoughts without having the tension, the physical response. And that is where the real change happens. Well, I hope that is enough to help you get started. Continue reading here to get more information, and welcome to thetappingsolution.com.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, folks. Okay, so that is an example of how to tap. So what it says is the emotional freedom technique or tapping. This is how it works. You take on a habit of thinking that there's an emotional problem. You take that, then you start doing the tapping. It's blocking your self-healing energy system. So you do the tapping with the fingers on the acupressure points. It calms my brain, releases the energetic blocks to give me emotional freedom to acknowledge my feelings. And while you do that, it produces a resourceful state of mind and body. So this is just like a little flow chart on how it works, what she was explaining on that. It's the process. So tapping is simple and painless. You identify the problem before you start, only one at a time. You can, if it's with pain, you can rate your pain from 1 to 10. You figure out the phrase that you're going to use, such as, even though I have anxiety, I deeply and completely accept myself. Anxiety makes me feel powerless, scared, hopeless. You do the tapping technique, the sequence, and then you can go ahead and rate the pain again from 1 to 10. You can do this with any problem. It doesn't have to be with pain, but this is just an example of pain, you can do with pain. So how do you do the EFT tapping to relieve the stress and anxiety? Just like she had started, we start it with the karate chop that's on the side of your hand, move to your eyebrow, where the eyebrow hair is, to the side of your eye, under your eye, your chin, your collarbone, under your arm, about one length underneath your one hand width under your arm, and tap there. There are many lymph nodes down there that help with that. And then you end with the top of your head. That's how you would this. If you need more information, you can go, here's the Megan Kelly. She did a big thing on tapping. You can go in and check out that if you wish. It's about 9 minutes long. So it's not just a thing. I can, of course, if you have major problems, you need to go see a doctor, but this is help. This lady right here had pain for 2 years, and she did tapping, and it had her pain go away. So, and it took her just 2 times to start that. So that's just something a little bit interesting. If we just go through, now we go through the, whoops.
And if anybody wants to look at that, you can actually search that on YouTube.
Yeah, and
Could tapping be the solution to chronic pain and anxiety? Just do a search on YouTube.
For Megan Kelly. Yeah, Vickie, you watched this.
Yeah, I watched this. It was very good. We just felt it was too long for us to show it today.
Yeah, so it's way too long for that. So, but anyway, so that's how I'm going to stop.
I hope all of you are tapping right now. I hope all of you are.
So we can go through it. And now it sounds kind of weird, but it actually really helps. I have students, I taught this in my class at school, and I had one of the guys was very resistant to this. He came to me a week later and he says, I tried that just before a test. And he said, I felt much better. So if you want to do it right now, we can do that right now. For if you feel anxiety and stress, we can do that right now. It just takes a couple of minutes to show you how you do it. Are you fine with whatever you'd like to do, Vickie?
Well, let's move on. I'm just thinking that while we're doing this, you're all can do it. I was doing it while the whole thing was going on. I just find that it's wonderful. Yeah, there we go. Debbie's doing it. Okay, just go ahead and tap your forehead.
Okay, you do it in the sequence, and you have to accept what you're going to do, and then you end it with this, and that has it like the monkey position. This is what, and it does make a big difference. This is the end one, and you can do it several times. Go through the sequence several times. It does help in your eyebrow, above right here. Here, there's the sequence here, here, and then this. My grandmother used to tap here all the time, just by saying, "Oh, land sakes! Oh, for pity's sakes!" She'd do this all the time. Just what she'd do. Oh, for pity's sakes! Oh, for pity's sakes! That's my grandma. She didn't even know she was tapping. She's pretty funny. Any questions on that?
So are you, Dee. So are you.
Yeah.
I think it's great. A lot of times when we're under stress and we feel like it, just stop. And the other thing we were talking about too, Dee, is how important it is to spray your wherever you are. Take your fragrances, take your, or your products, your Jafra products, and spray them. And while you're doing your tapping, have some fragrance going with you. We love our Jafra products, and our perfumes really and truly are filled with all types of high notes and low notes. We're studying it now. But I hope all of you have your fragrances all around your house. I have mine by my front door so that when I leave, I remember to spray. I have it here at my desk, and I have the Paris one. I love that one. And I feel like it has a lot of, and then I have one by my bed so that if I wake up in the middle of the night, you spray. Your baby products are full of lavender, chamomile. So use your Jafra products. Just even putting on your lotions and things, take a few minutes, take a couple of deep breaths. And now we've given you something else to do, tapping, to help you.
Maybe possibly putting the lotion, the chamomile, the lavender lotion on your hands and your body prior to the tapping.
Yeah.
And going to sleep before you go to sleep. That's a really good one. I had him do that in class before we did a meditation.
Yeah, but we have all kinds of wonderful. You could even teach this tapping on a 3-minute live Facebook. you guys, this is investigated a little bit because of the fact that it is a technique. People are looking for it. So I can't wait to see what Wileen does with this. I can see her brain going right now. So, okay. Now we also, Helen's going to take a minute and talk to us a little bit about what she does to relieve stress and to help herself to get through the day. Helen, turn your speakers, let your microphone be on.
There we go.
There
I
we go.
wanted to come off so that I could show you some things. So, I love DeLan, what you were talking about. And I can remember, though, a long time ago when my grandkids came to my house and they would just, Grandma, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. And I said, just lay down and I want you to wiggle your toes. And if you feel any tightness in your toes, that's okay. Just wiggle your toes. Now wiggle your ankles. Now wiggle your legs. Now wiggle your butt. Oh, they had fun with that. And when you do that, if you do that yourself, you're going to find out the tightness that are in your body go all the way up to your neck, go to your head. And by the time you're through, you are so relaxed, you just fall asleep. Now, sleep is not a problem with me. I could lay here on the floor and go to sleep. But thank you, DeLan. So VIckie asked me to follow up with prayer. And I'll just tell you that the first thing every morning that I get up for the first half hour, I just really spend with the Lord. And it's my time where it's quiet in the house. My husband is sleeping. There's nothing else going on. And I have several things that I use daily. Also that I love this one. It's by the Guidepost, and it's all God's creatures, because I'm an animal freak. I love animals, and every day it has an animal story as a devotion. So it has scripture, but the animal stories too. Another one that I like is The Hour of Power by Bobby Schuller, and it's on how to keep hope alive. It's daily devotion. Chuck Swindoll has another one. I'm just kind of giving you some ideas of what I do.
Show the books.
I also have a prayer list of people who I pray for all the time, because God says we don't have because we don't ask. We're to ask, ask, ask. So if you're not receiving your blessings that you're supposed to have, you need to ask. And many years ago, I used to say to people, yeah, I'll pray for you. And then I'd come home and, life takes over, right? And so I started this, and it is really funky here. It looks awful. Look at it's all torn apart. But this is my prayer list. When I tell you I'm going to pray for you, your name goes on this list, and I pray for you every single day. Okay. And I think that is part of, because I'm asking God for you. You've asked for this prayer. So another thing I think that helps in along with DeLan too, is the fact of breathing. When you're under a lot of stress, you need to breathe. And when a lot of things happen, you just need to stop and breathe. And I love it because I have an Apple Watch and it'll tell me to breathe. All of a sudden the lights come on and it goes,
and move. Tells you to breathe, and it tells you to move. Yeah.
Yep, you do. You need to breathe. So I just have to tell you that because I love the Lord, and I want to share that with you, and how important that is in my life. And I will have to tell you that there's been lots of times in my life that I honestly could not have made it without the Lord. And so this is just kind of what I'm sharing with you, okay? And like I said, I'm just kind of going with things from scriptures that fast that we need to ask. And we also need to ask that God's hand will be on our lives every single day. And we also ask that we need to ask to please keep Satan away from us. And in this time and age of different things that are going on, that's an important thing to ask. So VIckie, thank you for letting me share.
You're welcome, Helen. And also put on that prayer list leads. I firmly believe that if you ask the Lord to put people in your path, that he will give you leads. It has worked for me for
Yep.
56 years. I have.
And along with that too, are my requests. So I mean, not only, I'm so sorry here, but not only am I, praying for people, but I have my prayer requests. These are all my prayer requests. Okay. So we need to ask for ourselves, not just for other people too, and for leads too. And ask the Lord every day, Lord, I would like to sponsor at least 2 people this month. Help me build, help me grow.
Right. If this business is right for me, absolutely. And I think Bronwyn said, and I can't read her chat. What did she say? And thank him. I have to say that in my church, our prophet has put out a wonderful presentation he did yesterday, and it was on having a gratitude heart. And so we are all 15 million of us throughout the world. We are doing a gratitude. So everybody is posting #give thanks. And so I've been busy thinking of all the things that I can give thanks for. And he used the scriptures to tell us how many times that the scriptures tell us that we should have a grateful heart. So I guess I'm going to put out that challenge to all of you too, that this week, I hope you'll join me in just a gratitude journal in your heart or on paper or whatever you do. But throughout this week, let's all give thanks and express it. If you want to join us on Facebook, #give thanks. That's what it is, a #give thanks. And then you post what you're thankful for. I put a picture of my grandchildren. I did a picture of friends, and I'm thankful for friends. I'm thankful for my Jaffa business. All those things this week, you might join with us in giving thanks and having a gratitude heart. And
And
a parent,
Vicki,
yes.
that is so good what you're just now saying, because, and I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Because this is a week of Thanksgiving, and lots of times we're not going to be with our family, this is a perfect opportunity for us to reach out to the people that we love and just say, you know what? I love you so much, and I am so thankful that you are in my heart and in my life. And one of the things that's so important to me is to take care of yourself. And I've been with Jaffa for 50 years, and I'd love to share Jaffa with you as my appreciation and being thankful for you. I mean, I don't know. I just said that, whatever. But I always give my branch the challenge on every Thanksgiving when they're together. When the men are in playing, watching the football, I ask the women, would you just go in and say, you know what? My manager has given me a challenge today, and this is my Jaffa brochure, and I'd like to share with you some things from the brochure. And everybody who does this today and responds to her will be in a drawing for this gift, and I want this gift. So what you're doing is you are giving your people a kind of an excuse to share with their families. And every year I have somebody, usually 2 or 3 people, who do this, and lots of times they've had $300 to $500 worth of sales that they wouldn't have had before.
Thank you, Helen. Okay, Daralee, I would like to know if you're gonna, I don't know, is Daralee here with us today? I think she was gonna show her video that she did, which is effective, but I don't see her here. Daralee?
She's here.
Well, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Daralee.
I'm here. Well, I don't think I can show
Oh,
my screen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just say something again so I can find you. Just a minute, hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Okay,
Talking.
hold on, so I can find your little thing here. Where are you? There we go. Participate. I'll find you. I'm finding you.
She needs to turn her camera on.
Oh, that's it. That would help if you turned your camera on. That's it. I can't see you. That's why I'm having
Well,
a bit of a problem. Here we go. Let's see. Are you all set to do this?
You have to have the camera on to share, I believe.
Yeah. I'm wondering if she's got it set up. If not, we can do it
well,
next
no,
week.
I
Daralee,
yeah,
let's
I
do
don't.
it next week. Let's
fine,
do it
that's
next
okay.
week. Let's do it next week because I've got Bronwyn coming on right now. So Bronwyn, if you're ready, we'll go right ahead. We got our deals for
Okay,
November.
we do have our deals, and this is the final deal of the month of November, because next week we're going to be hopefully having our new book and introducing December deals. Okay, so as a review, we went through week 1, 2, and 3, checking out Jafra's best deals. And the way you figure this out is going through your book, and you're looking at the percentages of what Jafra is offering when they're promoting a good deal. So our percentages this month of November started at 65%. And so in week 1, we started with 65% of that royal jelly bomb duo that Vickie had mentioned earlier. You don't want to miss out on that. Okay, so moving to week 4, because that's what this is, on November 21st, the best deals in the catalog. This is deal number 9. You go to your catalog book and open to page 2 and 3. Now, last week we went through some of the products, talking about why we selected products, of why these are our favorite products, how we use them, how we promote them. But what I want to talk about today is that when you open the book for November, this is the first thing your client is most likely looking at, is the stocking stuff deals that says save up to 35%. Now, one of the things that Jackie Geisinger has been teaching us is that when we come on Zoom as consultants, we want to have our business tools with us. So I'm hoping that every Saturday you have your business tools with you, that you have your book, you have your action, you have your product catalog, so that when I'm talking about these deals, that you're able to follow along really closely. This particular deal is fabulous when you get 3 products of what you see on the page, of page 4 and 5, or 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, is you are getting the free stocking. So with if you got 6 products, then you're getting 2 of the stockings. Now, you don't want to miss ordering your stocking. I don't know if it's coming at the very end automatically, but you want to make sure that those stockings come with every 3 items from these 2 pages. So what I want to do is to go through from A to I, and I want you, if you have your pencil or pen, go along with me where it says $11. I'm going to be giving you the percentage of each of these deals. So A, the percentage is 35%. B is 30%. C, 29%. D is 31%. E, 30%. F, 30%. G, 30%. H, 38%. And
Wow.
I is 36%.
Wow.
Now, the reason I put this and I'm talking about this is, I know you can't see, but along my over here, I go ahead and I want to know the percentages, so I know this is a wow deal. That's what we're talking about. The best deals of November, the wow deals. And because now I know what percentages each of the individual products are at, I know what is a bigger wow deal savings that I can talk about to clients, that I can talk about to my consultants. And what I happen to do also is, as you see, when you look at A, it says $11, and I put my percentage next to it at 35%. And then you see the item code right underneath that under A. I went ahead and wrote, so if I'm talking to a consultant, I wrote it to what the price is of 50% off. And so I'm letting them know that, you know, when you get it's a 35% saving and you're paying $5.50. So it's on my book. And that's how I'm sharing these wow deals. And as you heard me say, H is a 38% saving. Now, this Zucar is not always available to us. These are special limited quantities in our catalogs. You won't find this in our 2020 product catalog. So at 38% savings, and as you see, that is $21. You're getting that product as a consultant for $10.50. And you know what? That's a great stocking stuffer kit. So now we're going to go to page 4 and 5, and I'm going to tell you the percentages on page 4 and 5. So in going to, and again, we talked about these products individually last week as to why they're good products and how we use them. A is 37%, B is 30%, C is 29%, D 29%, E 30%, F 29%, G 31, H 30, I 30, J 30. So when you look at the top of the page in the corner on page 4, the very top, it says save up to 35%. It is okay that Jaffer is ranging their price of from 29% to 37%. So that little circle there is accurate. So the wow on these two pages would be A, is the diamond fragrance. And so the diamond fragrance is regularly for $46, is $29 on sale this month. And 50% off of the 29 is $14.50. So the diamond fragrance is the big wow of all of the things on this page because that's the one that is the highest percentage. And that's why when we see the prices here, as Jaffer has listed them, we don't know exactly, well, what percentage am I saving? So that's why I take the time out and I do the math. And so if I'm talking to a client or a consultant, I can go ahead and say, it's this percent off. I can explain to them as to what it is that they're looking at. And then, of course, as you see on page 5, you get the free stocking. So I go ahead, I don't know if you can see, but on my book, I wrote in black, real large, free stocking so that I remember to point that out. Even though it says in that little red circle, free, I want to keep mentioning it. It's free, it's free. You can fill a stocking with Jaffer products and you're getting a great wow value. Okay, so we still have a few more November deals. Number 11 for this month is page 14 and 15. So if you are following along, go to page 14 and 15. And I'm pointing this deal out because it's a double pager. This double pager, as you are looking at it, is a 30% savings. It's the Pastel Gift Trio. The retail value is $83 and is selling for $52. And when you look at this, you see that they invested a visual of putting this in a double page. This is a great promotion deal, is a great visual to look at, but the big thing of this is where they tag the pastel at the top saying bonus size. And that's what you want to point out to your clients because most of our fragrances come to a 1.7 ounce. And this one of the pastel is a bonus size, a 3.3 fluid ounce. So they are getting like double of the size of the fragrance. And if you go to your 2020 catalog book, they talk about the pastels on page 167. And it is a what they call powdery petal floral green fragrance. This is a fragrance you can use every day, and it just smells wonderful. I have never had anybody say I can't wear the pastel. So it's a bonus size fragrance with a mini and a body lotion. This is a great deal, $52. Consultants purchasing at 50% off, $26. And you know, you can even break this up and give the bonus gift away. You can put the mini together with the body lotion. But heck, you know what? I love layering the fragrances, and I just think this is a fabulous gift. So, again, this is deal number 11 for November. It's a wow deal. Let's go to page 18 and 19. I have deal number 12 for you there. And I'm going to point this out because, again, this is a double page. And they used a whole page, Jeffra, to show you a box. It's a free gift. It's a box. It says check it twice. So you want to make sure you point this out at these double pages. And what is neat about this deal is the 35% savings. It's regular $53. For $34, they can select either or fragrance of what you see there is 3 pieces of the fragrance and the body lotion and then the mini. And also what I like is they gave us a little scratch and sniff there. So this is really a neat page to talk about because of the visual effects. As you're talking about it, you can point out there's a scratch and sniff. We have our QR codes of about the free gift. And so again, this is a retail value of $53 for $34, a 50% consultant order. You will get this whole thing with the box for $17. I think this is a fabulous deal. And now our last deal that I'm going to point out for the month. And again, our whole book is full of deals, but I point out these deals because the percentage of your savings. So our final deal that I'm introducing is on page 32. 32 has a great visual look to it because of how that ribbon is running through from the top to the bottom. And when you look at that ribbon, it starts off small and then it gradually goes larger. It almost looks like a Christmas tree. And so one of the things that do get lost though is if they didn't put that tag saying free gift of that box, we might have not seen it because we're looking at the ribbon. This is a great deal. It is 35% saving for eyeliner and mascara. You get 2 products for $21. You're getting the free box to go along with it. And this is the part that is so wonderful about this deal. Look at the top and it says choose 2. You get to choose any 2 of what is listed there. This is not a deal that says you have to have 1 liner and you have to have 1 mascara. You can choose 2 if you like. And that's what's so great is you can mix and match whatever it is that you would like to choose from all of the items listed there. And what when a consultant, a 50% consultant is buying 2 products for $10.50, it comes to $5.25 a piece. So mascara, oh my gosh, where can you find a high quality mascara for $5.25? No, this is a wow, great deal. And as you know, we've been talking about bundling up. If you're talking to a client about this particular deal, you want them to look at the brow workshop that's on the next page, because when you put these two deals together, it's $35. You're getting 3 pieces, and each of the pieces has a significant addition to an eye. The brow works with your eyebrow, the mascara, your eyelashes, and then you are doing the eyeliner. It's giving you a total eye look. So these 3 pieces would sell together for $35. A 50% consultant, $17.50. Wow, great deal. So again, these are our best deals for the month of November. All the deals in the catalog, look at your percentage of saving. They're great deals. And then next week, we hope to start our December deals, because as Jackie had mentioned earlier this week, is Christmas orders need to be in by Thursday, December 10th. So we're going to be talking about the deals for December for 2 weeks. Okay, that's what we have.
Oh, Bronwyn, you are so good. That was so good.
Excellent.
I
Yeah.
I love the way you present. Yeah,
Thank
it just
you.
makes you really realize what kind of amazing offers Jaffa gives to us. Okay, so we've kind of gone over a little bit. Next week, we'll have Darrell Lee share her wonderful video that she did, because it also ties in with what we've been talking about today. So we'll begin. So I thank everybody for being with us. And I hope that for those of you that are watching the recording, that you'll join us sometime live on Saturday mornings. And just have a great Thanksgiving. Let's all have grateful hearts. Let's all take time to reflect. And let's also do some tapping this week. Whenever we get in a stressful situation, let's tap. Thank you, DeLan, so much. It was a great, thank you, Debbie. Thank you all for sharing today. I feel like it was a really, really fun time. Happy Thanksgiving. And let's all de-stress if we can. But anyways, let's all be grateful and be thankful. And we're going to stay on, and visit if anybody wants to stay and visit with us. Again, have a blessed week.